And what is up? It is White Trash Donnie. Welcome to the Sloppy Syndicate Show. We have another episode for you this evening. We have the Neverafter alternative punk band based out of Chicago. So we will get them here shortly. And without further ado, let's go ahead and bring them on and give them a round of applause.
Hello.
So we got Arnley and Patrick from the band The Neverafter. So go ahead and tell us what you play, what you do, and a little bit more about the band.
Cool. I'll go first. I'm Pat. Nice to meet everyone. What a great audience. I play guitar. I do the harmonies, the vocal harmonies as well. And yeah.
I'm Arnley. I also play guitar, lead guitar, and yeah, stoked to be on here.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure having you. I know you guys have been extremely busy this year and last year doing some singles. So you currently have 4 singles out right now. You have Distress Call, Beautiful Portraits. You did a remix of Beautiful Portraits with EDC artist Nigel Crown. And then my favorite song, Little Bird, which I've probably listened to 95 times, if not more. So if you see all those upticks on Spotify, you are welcome. That is jamming in my... it's my favorite song from you guys. And that song is a little bit of rock, a little bit emo, but it's a very good song. So definitely highly recommend checking it out, as well as Beautiful Portraits. Those are my top 2 out of the 4, but they are all phenomenal songs. And so let's talk about the EP release party, which you have coming up soon, April 23rd in Chicago. So if any of you folks are in Chicago, you can join the EP release party. And so tell us how excited you are for that and what's gonna happen, how many songs are going to be on the EP, etc.
Super stoked for that show. It's definitely a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're pushing right now. Was it 5 songs on the EP?
Six.
Yeah,
6 songs. Yeah. I'm also stoked. It's gonna be my first show, and who knows how long? Yeah. Very excited.
So you got any jitters? Any jitters for the first show back?
I don't know. Right now, maybe, but day of more. So
right, once you step on the stage, you'll be like, "Oh, what am I doing?"
Here we go. They all disappear.
Right, please don't poo. Please don't poo.
Right. So all right, we got big bearded brother from Seoul, Korea. Thanks for joining us. So folks in the audience, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to put them in the chat and invite your nanny or pappy, the trailer park next door, whoever you want to invite, and get to know the Neverafter as we kind of pick their brain and get to know a little bit more about them. So did the band form? I know some of the first singles were in 2021. Is that when the band formed?
Yeah, we actually first started playing around, like us together, roughly around like May, June of last year. This kind of was like a quarantine COVID project.
Okay.
And it's sort of become full-time now.
And the 4 of you, if I'm correct, you all kind of merged from different bands?
Yeah, there's 5 of us actually.
5. So you guys kind of merged from different bands. I can't remember the bands off the top of my head, but I know there was some bands in there that you guys kind of came out of and formed your own, being the Neverafter. So
the Neverafter is actually a side project for a couple of the guys.
Okay.
Connor and Jimmy, they've got their main stuff, Arabella and Tragic Figures. And Neverafter is just kind of like a side thing for them.
Okay. So I know you just had mentioned COVID. So how has COVID, impacted you guys for the last 2 years in the music scene? I know obviously you can't get out and play shows, or, pretty tough for all of us. Did you guys do some live streams on Instagram or Twitch, anything like that, to just be able to play music and kind of clear your head?
It gave us a lot of time, I think, to actually solidify a good product.
Okay.
Without the rush of having to, plan a show within the next month, because, a lot of people don't want to wear masks to venues and whatnot. So it gave us, I think it gave us a lot of time just to get prepped for, April. So less than a month away.
Yeah, we spent a lot of that time just writing too, like not having to worry about playing a show like right away. So it kind of gave us all that, like Pat said, all that time to like write this EP.
Okay. And now, are any of the current tracks that you have released, are they going to be on the EP?
Yeah, they'll all
Okay.
be on there.
Will they? Okay, then you have a couple new ones as well.
Yeah.
So, what was? I'm stuck on Little Bird. I do apologize. You're probably here. After this, you'll be tired of Little Bird. You're like, all right, we're not gonna. We're taking it off. No more Little Bird. But, so, what was? Because you can tell in the song that there are some meaningful lyrics behind that. So, what is the story behind that song?
So I can go for it. I
Yeah.
can try to knock it out. So Connor actually wrote the lyrics to the song, and I remember just dabbling around on the acoustic one afternoon in Arlie's place, and the chords just kind of fell in place. But Connor wrote it about basically losing someone you love, or just like losing a family member, someone that really held a deep place in your heart, and trying to cope and grieve and et cetera, et cetera. I hope I knocked that out as he would have. But
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
yeah.
So the one part, "Don't look down," that's like my favorite part of the verse. Or not the verse, but favorite part of the song. Um, but yeah, overall, phenomenal song. I don't want to be stuck on that all night, like I said, because I can talk all about Little Bird all night.
It's funny you say that, because that one was actually, it was kind of like a happy accident. Like, we didn't mean to write that. We were kind of just like sitting in like the little studio that we have and kind of just like noodling around, and then Connor came up with the lyric, "So long, farewell, I'll see you on the other side of this place I call my hell," and then that's kind of what took shape.
So it's going to be the new Bob Ross song. We hate happy little songs here. Happy little songs. So
Exactly.
hell, that came out good for just coming out. So now, Beautiful Portraits, obviously you released in 2021, and then 2022 you did a EDC remix with Nigel Crown. What was the inspiration, or what made you do that? And another banger, by the way. And would you do a collab in the future with another EDC artist or another band?
So Nigel Crown, he's actually been one of my good friends since like high school, and kind of just like threw around the idea of like, let's do a remix, something different, instead of like turning a song acoustic, let's try and make it an electronic song. Yeah. So I reached out to Nigel, and he had the mix for us within like a week and a half, 2 weeks. But yeah, definitely would love to do something like that again, something just different, kind of like genre bending out there.
Some polka.
For sure. Kind of, mash, and I like seeing different genres kind of mashed together. I don't know how polka would turn out, but it's worth a shot. It may be phenomenal. And I remember, so speaking of polka, I have a little Polish in my side. So I remember going to Pennsylvania visiting family and having the polka dances, and then, the feast. And I mean, I call it a big trash can where they throw everything in and they heat it up and you eat throughout the day. But yeah, so maybe you can do a polka, rendition of that, and it may be a banger. Who knows? But
that's all
already working on it as we speak.
All right. So, we 2021 Distress Call, 2021 Beautiful Portrait. So two songs, singles in 2021. And then 2022, you had the two songs there. So we've talked about how the band formed. The band formed kind of as a side project for several different members from different bands. And where did the name derive from, the Neverafter?
So I was actually working on a short film with Connor actually too, and that's kind of how we kind of got together on this too. And in this film, the fictional band's name was the Neverafter. So we kind of just like threw that in the group chat when we were like debating names, and it kind of just like ended up sticking.
I mean, definitely unique. The Neverafter.
Yeah, it kind of just rolls off the tongue.
Right, a little fairy tale, happy little accidents.
There you go. This whole band is pretty much just one happy accident.
Right. So plans for the upcoming year. Obviously, we have your release, EP release on 4/23. Anything further than that? Some new music coming out after that? Tours? Anything like that?
We do have one more single coming out. We're planning on shooting another music video for this upcoming song that's coming out after the EP release show. And then after that, just a lot more writing, a lot more shows. And yeah, right now, probably no tours, but just lots of writing and lots more shows.
Awesome. And I lost my train of thought. That happens a lot. I'm like squirrel, and then like I just lose it. So, but yeah. So, what? Yeah, I just totally
No, I feel you.
like
I feel you.
threw
It happens
myself
a
out with a
lot.
squirrel.
You
It
remember
happens a
it,
lot to me
too,
because
yeah.
I get the COVID fog, and I just in mid sentence I lose my place. So
So, what is your favorite thing about the process, the writing process, or even creating the music?
You want to go first, Pat?
I mean, I like when it's done.
Yeah,
When
Right.
it's done, but in between, I like actually just getting together and throwing ideas and see what fits, what doesn't, and how many layers of guitar can we add into this track before it becomes inhumanly possible to play live, and
Yeah.
just going from there. But honestly, just like bringing the ideas together because we all have different kinds of musical upbringings, I guess, that we like to throw in randomly, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and at least we're all honest with each other, so we can say like, hey, this kind of sounds like doo-doo. let's skip it. And we're not afraid to do so instead of having like, yeah, we could do like 20 songs and 30, I mean like 18 of them sound like crap, we don't want to do that, and we're all on the same page, so I dig
Yeah.
that part.
So like for myself growing up, like from first to last, Chiodos, I have so many influences within the music industry, country, all genres. So for you, what are some of your major musical influences?
It's funny that you say from first to last because that is definitely one of mine.
Okay.
From first to last, we definitely throw a lot of Census Fail in there. Some Day to Remember, Silverstein.
Okay. We're on the same page then. So
Yeah, we definitely try to keep it in that realm, for the most part. But then
yeah, I was a little heartbroken when the lead singer from first to last, what's his name, Sonny, kind of left the band and did his side project on the the EDC electronic side, which he knocked out of the park on that side as well. But I don't know, from first to last was never the same for me after he left the band. So he kind
he's
of made
actually
it.
back
Yes.
in there now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's back in. I remember it was like a big deal when they performed at an emo night with Sonny, and it
Nice.
blew up all over the internet.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's good that he's back because he was like I don't want to say he made the band, but
He did
was,
though.
Yeah.
He did.
all right. We got a million.
Nobody knows anybody else in the band besides Sonny, I don't think.
Right.
Yeah. Sonny, or like who's the other one guitarist? Like Matt Good.
Yeah.
But everyone else kind of
Wishy-washy.
Yeah.
We just had Kraken Fest down here in Orlando, late February. So we had the Used, Amberlin, Red
nice.
Jumpsuit Apparatus, a couple good bands. So it was nice to finally get out and actually, have that live music scene, little festival again. So
Yeah.
I know Florida hasn't really been on restrictions, so it's kind of a free for all down here. And I know Welcome to Rockville last November had about 160,000 within the 4 days. And then this year they're expecting probably about 200,000, if not more. So
That's insane.
it's just, over 4 days, but still, I mean, 200,000 people in town for, a 4-day rock festival. And I think everybody's been cooped up so much. They're ready. They're just like, you know what, let's go. I want a concert. I want a festival. I want to get out of the house. I'm tired of doing nothing. So
exactly. Yeah. You can't blame them, I guess.
That's
Right,
kind of like
yeah,
why I think When We Were Young is taking off.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas. That's probably why all the hype is. And is it
mean,
like the same bands play every day or something like that too? So
Yeah.
you'll never miss it.
Oh, that there was so much controversy surrounding that. They're like, oh, this is going to be like the next Friar Festival, and then they're like, all right, we're adding day 2, and then now we're adding day 3.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it turns out. If it turns out, that's a phenomenal lineup. But
Right.
I think even with 4 days, there's way too many bands to, get enough play time.
12
So
hours, yeah.
right,
It's 4 days, and I think like separate weekends too.
Yeah.
not even the same week. So man, good luck, guys.
Yeah.
Just good luck getting out there.
I mean, if they could do the same Thursday through, same weekend,
Mhm.
Thursday through Sunday, that would be phenomenal. I might actually try to go to that just because, I mean,
Mhm.
that's like high school all over again and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
some of my musical influences.
If it was like
So
a
we have,
Warped Tour version of like Lollapalooza, like span
right.
it out over 4 days, that would make way more sense.
Hmm.
And man, I miss Vans Warped Tour. I miss all the like
Mhm.
Taste of Chaos tour, all the good stuff back when we were younger. So,
Yeah.
Ooh.
but thankfully we have Danny Wimmer that likes to throw some epic festivals.
Well, let's hope
Uh,
this takes off. That would be sweet.
right. And so we got Amelia in the chat, and she says, wants to know what are some of your goals this year?
Definitely just writing a lot more,
Yeah.
releasing a lot more music. Maybe some like close to out of state shows, like in our Midwest region.
And then go from there. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess just more music, more shows.
Yeah. I think we've been so focused on just putting this current EP together that we want to solidify that for a full set and get that ready to roll before we even move on. But we can see that happening in the near future for sure.
Yeah.
So with multiple members from different bands, how do you think that is going to impact, when we get kind of back to full circle and, all the tours and things like that are going on? How do you think, with it, you were saying it being kind of a side project during COVID, do you think that's still the Never After is still going to pursue, music in the entirety, or is it going to be kind of like a side project where you bounce back and forth from the main band to the Never After and vice versa?
I mean, I hope it stays at this capacity. But yeah, we do have some other members that are in, like our drummer Tim. He's in like three bands right now.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's the one that's got the most.
Yeah. And I've got the
It's
least.
cool to see,
Yeah, me and Pat are only in this band. This is it for us.
Are you? Okay. And it's
Yeah.
cool to see like, the mashup, where the intertwining of different bands kind of come together and create a unique sound, such as such as the Never After has done. So, with the alternative pop, not alternative pop, but alternative punk. You get a slight emo sound, like I said, on the Little Bird. So you're kind of, you have a vast array of vocals and genres kind of mixed into one with the songs that you've created so far. So, I'm super impressed as a listener, with the songs that
Thank
you
you.
have put out so far, and definitely excited to see what you come out with in the future and the EP. So, do you have any merch, vinyls, anything like that that the folks in the audience or the folks that are listening to this in the future on the podcast could pick up a CD or an album, shirts, and where can they find you at on the World Wide Web?
We do have merch up. Our website is theneveraftermusic.com. We got a couple shirts up there, crop tops, and definitely more merch is on the way, especially with this EP show. There will be a lot more merch. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Facebook, all the usual social media
Right,
platforms.
and that's the Never After.
Yeah, it's _Neverafter.
All right. So if you make a vinyl, I'm a vinyl collector, so I will put that up on the wall if you have a vinyl.
Nice.
The only thing I do request is that you do sign it. So when you guys become super famous and playing these big rock festivals, I can be like, hey, yes, I have them on my wall.
Right.
Once we get
When
those
we were young, volume 2.
Right. And then Big Bearded Brother, enjoying the conversation, but got to drop. Wife is calling from Florida. Have a good one. Well, we appreciate you having you in here, Big Bearded Brother. That's like, say that 3 times fast. That's a tongue twister. But, it's been a pleasure having you in here, and pop in anytime. We have multiple shows Fridays through Sundays. So tomorrow we have 5 shows, I think. So
Wow.
that's my off time from work, and this is my hobby. So I kind of enjoy.
Nice.
I'm not talented enough to play in a band, so this is my this is how I give back to the musical.
I mean, these
industry
podcasts, they help a lot. They
So-
definitely help, and they're fun to do. So
And so before I even started the podcast, it was kind of, I looked at the statistics, and for like myself, I rarely listen to a podcast, but 56% of folks listen to a podcast. So, I mean, that's over half clearly, but so
Yeah.
I was kind of astounded by the sheer number of people that actually listen to a podcast. So, and that's probably comes back to me where I don't have enough, I don't have that attention span. After like 3 minutes, I'm like squirrel and I'm like off doing something else. But
I'm pretty sure we've all been there.
I mean, I don't think it's ever going to get better. It's probably going to get worse, in my opinion. I've been that way since I was a kid. So, I mean, I'm lucky.
Until someone controls the squirrel population by you, man, you're
Right.
you're in a tough spot. You're in a tough spot.
Gonna have to someone's walking a dog. Have to find another alternative. All right. So, what would you like the fans to know about the Neverafter?
I feel like it's like the first day of school.
Right.
Right.
Icebreakers.
Please introduce yourself.
Right. 3 interesting facts.
Yeah. 5
And what do you
interesting
expect to
dudes.
gain out of 11th grade this year?
Right. Well, I mean, one of our big goals is just to put out a product that everybody will enjoy, right? That someone can relate to. Like, for instance, bringing it back to Little Bird, the way Connor might have written it about, it could relate to someone in a totally different way, So the fact that, we get so much good feedback on that song and on the other songs, I think that's our goal. That'll boost our egos a bit, saying that we did something right. People actually enjoy it, and that's the goal.
Yeah,
for me at least.
The one takeaway from Little Bird especially is just once we started like pushing it, like there was a handful of people that connected with it, and just like hearing everyone's stories about like what this song meant to them, I feel like that is more rewarding than numbers, statistics, and all that.
Yep. And so on Spotify, you have quite the number of plays on all of your music, so that's a plus. But yeah, so for me, Little Bird, when it says "Don't look down," that kind of hits home where I'm not, because I have a habit of the fear of moving forward or the fear of failure. So to me, that kind of resented in my head, like, don't look down, keep pushing forward. So it kind of, like you said, it hits people differently, and they take their own meaning out of it. So I think that's kind of why I like Little Bird so much. Is it's, for me, it's keep pushing, don't give up, and kind of do what you love. And if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So that's why I'm doing this, because it's fun for me to do. So, and it kind of brings back, other memories as well that will be here all night. So we won't get into that. But, so very, very well put together, very good song, very meaningful. And you can tell in the lyrics itself that, there is a story behind that. So, and I'm a visual person as well. So if I can put a song into a visual and kind of see that, or see their, the artist's vision behind that, it makes that a little more special for me as well. So, all right, we are at 24 minutes, and I know you guys are super busy. I try to keep it 30 to 45 minutes, so we got a few minutes left.
Awesome. Good.
And I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you guys are busy working on.
We're all yours, my friend. We're all yours.
I mean, it's the beginning of April almost, and you got that big EP release party. So I know you guys got practice and recording, and all the behind the scenes work that most of us do not know or do not pay attention to. We just think, hey, they write music and they're rock stars, and that's it. But clearly not the case.
If only it were that easy,
right? So being on the Sloppy Syndicate show, kind of a Q&A session, getting to know you, what do you like best about interviews, and what do you not like about interviews? And you can be brutally honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings, I swear.
I love these types of interviews because it's not like a job interview. I don't have to like really necessarily impress for a position kind of thing. Okay. It's just being honest and open and having a good time along the way. Those are the kinds of interviews I enjoy, and especially when you can, and you have it too, where you can just like go off on a tangent and keep going, and then loop back in. It's those are more enjoyable than having like a set. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about now. this is what we're talking about now, yada
Yeah.
yada, and then an hour later, it's just one sentence replies. So that's what I dig about it. Meeting new people too, always fun, always a plus. You get to know each other a little bit. Yeah.
It's like musical networking. So,
Right.
and by the way, Pat, please tell me why I should select you for this position.
Well, I work hard. I'm a hard worker.
And I also
I'm honest. I'm honest.
Oh man, you just got your ass real good.
Yeah, I don't think I got it, dude.
All right, Arnley. So tell us why we should select you over Pat. No,
I'll tell you why you should not pick me over Pat. Yeah, these interviews are always so fun, just meeting a ton of new people, and also just getting feedback on our product is also really interesting and fun to hear.
Right, and it's especially with the podcast and being on the World Wide Web. We're not on DSL anymore. We've upgraded. So, the reach is so vast. Like even with Spotify and Apple Music, 20 years ago, I wouldn't have heard you in Australia, but now, hey, I could be on Spotify and be like, oh, the Neverafter, based out of Chicago. All right, they're really good. So,
we just had big bearded brother from Korea. Right, that's wild.
And so, how do you think that has affected the music industry in a negative way, and how do you think that has affected the music industry in a positive way?
I mean, positively, like your music is within like an arm's reach away, like, and I guess negatively, there's also a lot of trash talking linked to that. So there's a lot of keyboard warriors out there, but
I would say negatively in the aspect that everyone can do the same too. And there's just so much more out there to stand out over. And I mean, if you think about like a lot of the bands that are not even well-known bands out there, like fresh starting bands, that if you compare their music to say, what's that Counting? Is it Counting Crows that did Mr. Jones? Any song out there is probably better than that song. So
I mean, I kind of like that song.
There. Man,
now you're definitely not getting hired.
Right? Fired. All right.
Fire me.
Disconnect.
I'll leave the room. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of songs out there now that are just it's so hard to stand out when all you have to do is put your stuff on Spotify and go from there. On the plus side, you don't have to stand outside of venues when it's like 10 degrees outside, handing out flyers to get your music out there.
Like, hey, can you come watch me? Like,
can you come to the show? And you'll see them rip up the flyer down the block. Like, you'll see your flyers everywhere in the trash and whatnot.
I feel like that hurt the most.
That was even worse. Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, definitely, I'll come see you, and then just whoop.
They're not looking
or anything. Yeah.
So, do you have any plans in the future to cross genres? So, would you make a country beautiful portraits, or would you make a metal beautiful portraits?
I would love to do like a kind of like a folky, like I would say like kind of Iron and Wine-ish versions of some of our songs for sure, and just to have on the side as like a bonus kind of thing. So say this EP takes off, a lot of people get to enjoy, and then just here's beautiful portraits by like. Beautiful portraits, nothing in the way, or whatever, like
Mumford.
Totally like Mumford, and it would be fun to do it. It's not outside of the box, but
And I think Little Bird, yes, I've probably said Little Bird 900 times in this interview.
We do have some plans for Little Bird in the future, for sure.
Yeah, like a metal rendition or like a heavy rock rendition. Like, that would be epic. So, sign me up for that one. Yes. And if you need anyone in your video shoot, I got assless chaps. I got whatever you need. Just holler out. I'll come up and I'll ride a unicorn over the waterfall, whatever you need.
Well, we both can't wear the same thing, unfortunately. So one of us is going to have to change.
I'll take the Speedo. I'll take the Speedo.
Absolutely.
But so have you? Did you grow up in Chicago, or you just kind of ended up in Chicago? So
I think all of us kind of grew up in Chicago. I know Connor grew up outside, like in Boo-Foo, Illinois. But yeah, for the most part, we've all been kind of stationary in the city and surrounding suburbs.
Yeah.
Yep, I was 2 hours from the windy city in Michigan, so I was up by Kalamazoo before I moved down to
nice.
Florida.
Okay.
Not as cool as the windy city, but yes, I was a little small farm town up over by Kalamazoo. So
Kind of like Connor and wherever he's at Big Rock, Illinois.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more calm than
Yeah.
the hustle and bustle of Chicago. So
yeah, if we had a traffic jam, it was because the tractor was going to the next field. So, and then I moved to Florida, and it's like traffic everywhere, and it's like I still can't get used to it. It still annoys the hell out of me. I'm like, come on, people, like just drive. But yeah.
So you're in Orlando, right? You said.
Yep, I'm literally like 3 miles from Disney World, so it doesn't make it any better because we have all the tourists that don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're listening, but please follow and obey all the laws and use your turn signal for us, and that might help. So
we don't have anything as exciting as Disney World. We just, if we have tourists, they're here for the bean, and that's
right, the bean or the Navy pier there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Nothing like Disney World.
Once you go a couple times, like I'm burnt out on it, probably because I've been so many times. But yeah, it's nothing exciting anymore. So. It's extremely expensive, but in Florida you can do like a season pass, Florida discount rate, so it's a little bit cheaper. But I'm like, no, I'm a-okay seeing the fireworks from my balcony. So.
That's gotta be a plus.
And then I don't have to wait an hour for the monorail. I just walk back inside and start watching TV or do whatever I want to do.
That's definitely a plus.
All right, so we are 35 minutes in, so we will part ways here shortly. And so any final words for the fans listening and the fans listening in the future on the podcasting platforms?
I guess just check us out. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, and TikTok, all that stuff. And just look out for more music.
Come talk to us. Talk to us too. We like to hear from you, feedback, and good stories, good vibes, dad jokes. We're all for everything. Dog pictures. We love dogs. We love dog photos. Doggos.
Yeah, definitely talk to us. We do like that. We do like the family interaction for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you can find them at Instagram, _Neverafter. Definitely check them out. Highly recommend the 4 singles that they have out now. Definitely bangers. And can't wait for 423 when they release the EP to see what else they add to their already banging list of songs that they have going for them. So that will be it for this episode of the Sloppy Syndicate. And we will see you next time. All right.
Thanks,
man.
Bye, guys.